Blake Snell's Dodgers career began with 2 underwhelming starts and were followed by those 4 months on the injury list with that shoulder injury that he said were really difficult on him. But he has been at his best down the stretch. Quote, "The only reason I came here was to pitch in October. Guys, I have a feeling September 30th will do just fine."
And away we go in L.A. Yeah, the first offering in the game is upstairs. No surprise that Friedel didn't offer at that pitch. He's a guy that almost never swings at the first pitch. TJ Friedel, their center fielder. Snell. And that one in there for a strike, says Nick Marley, who is our plate umpire. 6'4", 225, the 32-year-old from Seattle. And a swing and a miss.
Snell has so many good pitches. We saw the curveball there, but the four-seam fastball, which can get up to that 90, high 90s level. But the changeup has been really dominant this season. 153 batting average against it, so look for it, especially against right-handed batters.
And you can see him pushing the buttons on that pitch com on his left hip. And that one bounces in the dirt and kicks away from the catcher, Ben Rortvedt. Snell has made just 11 starts this year and continues to be a strikeout machine. Since his debut in 2016, he has been one of the best strikeout pitchers in all of baseball. And he gets Friedel right there, a punch out to begin, and there's one away.
Well, you talk about how does he get these strikeouts? Well, a lot of it is chasing out of the zone. His stuff is so good. Look how far this bounces in front of the plate. He still gets the swing. He works out of the zone and doesn't get contact. Even in the zone, his stuff is so good. He doesn't get contact or he gets weak contact.
De La Cruz fouls one away. Ellie in the second half was not up to the same standards that he set in the first half, but he finished strong. And his last 9, 3 homers and hit .313. As Snell pumps in a strike.
Yeah, one of the challenges he had is just the power outage in August. Didn't hit a single home run. But he found ways to use those legs at different times.
Yeah, he went 43 games without a homer. He did lead the Reds in that department with 22.
And hitting left-handed, he's a switch hitter. Hitting left-handed or hitting right-handed against lefties is less powerful side.
Wouldn't bite that time on the curve from the lefty Snell. Ellie De La Cruz, who played all 162, one of 5 guys. Of course, Rafael Devers played 163 this year.
Amazing.
2-2 now. Breaking ball in there, and he's frozen, and Snell with the strikeout, and he's gotten the first 6 that he has faced. According to ESPN Bet Sportsbook, there's the number on total strikeouts, 7.5. Over at -110. ESPN Bet is the sports book for sports fans. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with code HOMERUN to get started today. Tyler Stevenson here. The Reds catcher to be followed by Ke'Bryan Hayes and Matt McLean. And there's a strike, 1-2.
We were talking earlier how Snell has thrown his changeup really effectively this year. And just like someone like Tarek Skubal, who said, all right, I had to throw more changeups because they were stacking the lineups with all these righties. So he said, all right, this was working. And for Snell, kind of the same story. He's like, all right, well, they're stacking these righties. They're bringing them in. I'm going to try to now get them to chase and expand and change speeds.
Snell back to work. Ooh, good pitch. K-Zone had it as a strike. Blake Snell thought it was a strike. Nick Marley said, no, sir. And you see K-Zone 3D, it just got the bottom edge of it. Stevenson back in. The catcher waits. And a swing and a miss. 7 in a row retired by Blake Snell to begin this one.
And as a hitter, like, what do you look for? He's got this exceptional changeup, He's got this great bending curveball that is so sharp and hard down and away that he gets a lot of chase on. And then you can't forget the four-seamer at the top of the zone at upper 90s.
Swing and a miss. Marte flied to left his first time. Kid who was originally signed by Seattle. He came over in the Luis Castillo trade.
Yeah, generally a pretty aggressive hitter at the plate. He's looking to swing, hit his way on, and he's had a lot of success this season doing so.
He struggled to finish. Last 20 games hit just 165. Snell ready, taking time. And a swing and a miss. Well, we talked with Terry Francona about that momentum thing, and he was adamant it's a whole new season. It starts over. We talked about that 2017 Cleveland team he had. They won 22 in a row, went 33-4 to finish the year, won the first 2 games in the division series against the Yankees, and lost the next 3, and their season was over. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a changeup. And Snell able to record the punch out, his 4th of the night. The Reds leave a couple.
Hunter has good stuff tonight. He has fastball command. The slider's good, but I think that right there, you know, Mookie's squared up a ball, and then the Freddie at bat taking a borderline 3-2 pitch. Muncy taking a good at bat, earning a walk, and it set the stage for Teo, who has obviously been known to get big hits, and Tommy gets a ball close to him, hits a homer. So huge inning for us.
And what we've seen out of Blake Snell through these first 3 innings, is this kind of what you envisioned seeing when you first signed Blake Snell this offseason?
It is. You know, we've seen the other side, and it never feels good opposing Blake Snell. And tonight, he's got his fastball, the changeup, the breaking ball. He's in complete control. He's just got to stay on the attack.
Dave, thank you so much. Boog.
Alden, Dave, thanks so much. As Blake Snell gets back to work, he's been razor sharp here tonight, delivering to Miguel Andujar. That one downstairs. Snell, his last 3 starts of the regular year, 19 innings, gave up 1 run. The Dodgers, as a group, their pitching staff in September was phenomenal. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout as Andujar is down. Strikeout number 5.
The way Blake Snell works, his ability to complement pitches. You talk about the fastball, he sets it up and away, and then he can go with the curveball down and expand that north-south. And then he goes in on De La Cruz, keep him honest, and he's looking again, and he's frozen on the inside, down and in. Boom, fastball away, and now the chase, down and inside. So very tough to figure out like what you're looking for as a hitter.
Austin Hayes comes up empty, and it's 0-1. I was saying how good Snell is at striking people out, and you look at, I mean, he has been a strikeout machine in his career. The 0-1. And Dougie, the other thing to consider is that in September, Dodgers pitchers did not allow many hits. They allowed a 173 batting average. That's the lowest batting average allowed by a team in any month in history. Swing and a miss. And Hayes is in a 1-2 hole.
We talked to Dave Roberts earlier. He said, well, what do you think was different about September? You know, all the things, their defense was at a next level. Mookie Betts, you know, guys got hot. They defended, they prevented runs, and they pitched. So, you know, they put it all together, and he was just like, I'm not really surprised with the talent we have in this room and the personnel.
The 1-2. Yeah, that's downstairs. You can see Blake Snell going to that scouting report card that he's got in his back pocket. He's pushing PitchCom right there, but I mean, he pulls it out and looks at that card so far tonight a bunch. In the dirt. Did he go? No swing, says first base umpire Lance Barrett.
Yeah, he wants to know, like, how can I get these guys out, you know, put them away with 2 strikes. But he has a plan, and until the Reds show they're going to be able to adjust to it, he's going to stick to it.
3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's a half dozen strikeouts
Yeah, this is what is so hard to deal with Blake Snell. He can go in, and then he turns this fade away. It looks like the fastball. I think it's the fastball. It might be the fastball, and then it's not. And it goes away, fading away. So it looks like these hitters are swinging at pitches 3 inches outside, but it didn't start there. That changeup starts on the corner, and by the time you commit, it's too late.
Nothing gets people going like a dog in sunglasses. The 0-1. Ellie De La Cruz at the plate. Downstairs in Alden Gonzalez.
Yeah, Boog, you might notice a bit of a leg lift from Ellie De La Cruz here in this at-bat. He actually went into the year trying to incorporate a toe tap. It was his way to try to control the strike zone a little bit better, but then we got around the middle of September. He got tired of hitting without any power, and he said he wanted to, quote, feel more dangerous in the batter's box. He went back to the leg lift, and he's taken off ever since. But there is a trade-off. There's more swing and miss with the leg lift, but there's also more power.
1-2 in the dirt, and now it's even on De La Cruz. 22 homers this year. And Ellie, a strikeout his first time.
Yeah, one thing he is susceptible to is the breaking ball.
Swing and a miss. De La Cruz down on strikes. He went changeup. That's 7 punch-outs now for Blake Snell.
You know, I think of it as like a rocking chair. You're looking in, and then he fades it away, and you're kind of leaning. You're opening up a hair too soon, and 79 miles an hour, which is almost 20 miles an hour off his fastball. I mean, it's a very difficult adjustment just by the location, let alone the change in speed.
And McClain takes a strike from Blake Snell. Dougie, he's been dominant tonight.
I mean, he really has, and he's done it through a balanced mix, the four-seamer, the changeup, the curveball. All working well, all located well, and he's one of the best in terms of missing bats and making hitters expand the strike zone to their own detriment.
He's been super efficient here tonight. Yeah, the changeup gets the swing and miss.
1-2.
Miguel Rojas takes over at second for Tommy Edman. We told you at the outset of this game, Dodgers with a number of players nursing injuries. Edman is one, the right ankle. And so Rojas comes into the game for defense. Edman a homer. And a swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Snell. And the lefty now has 8. Snell, who began the year, the shoulder wasn't feeling great. Remember, the Dodgers started their year in the middle of March over in Japan. He told us yesterday he was feeling it in Japan. That shoulder was barking. He made 2 starts, and then they put him on the injured list with shoulder inflammation, and he didn't come back until August 2nd. But he is good to go now. 96 as he burns that one over the inside corner. And Noel V. Marte climbs back in. Fans want the strikeout. He's got 8 of them. Snell took a peek at his scouting report card and now back to work. What a night for Blake Snell. 9 strikeouts, 6 shutout innings. 6-0 LA. 2-1. Ground ball, softly hit right side. Rojas takes it in.
And that will do it for the inning. But the Reds do score a couple of runs on 3 hits. They leave a batter. And for Blake Snell, gets a standing ovation as he heads back to the dugout.